When working with Open PHA, the PHA worksheet, or possibly the LOPA worksheet, is where you're going to spend most of your time, especially if you're a facilitator. This is where the activity of documenting a PHA study is actually going to happen. Now, there are a couple of different views of the PHA and the LOPA worksheets depending on whether you're cause indexing or consequence indexing. So I'm going to start with a sample cause index PHA as a starting point to show you how that works, and then I'm going to move into a little bit more discussion using a consequence index PHA, which is there are arguments in industry, but the consequence indexed PHA does have a lot of advantages in terms of downstream documentation, such as hazard registers and bow tie diagrams, which are becoming more and more prevalent in the overall management of risk. But I'll start with the cause index PHA. So you'll notice here that we start with a deviation, and there is a one-to-many relationship between deviations and causes. So this one deviation of no flow has a cause of loss of feed from the coker unit, loss of feed from the crude unit, loss of feed from the coker and naphtha storage tank, and so on and so forth. Now, for each cause, there are going to be multiple potential consequences. So the first cause only has one consequence, but the second cause of loss of feed from the crude unit is going to have a consequence related to damaging the pumps. So you lose feed and the pumps get damaged. And then for that consequence, it's going to get its full range of attributes discussed. So is it a safety consequence, environmental, or so on, risk ranking in terms of severity, likelihood, and then the overall risk ranking is calculated based on the risk criteria. So that same cause can also have another consequence where there is a potential loss of flow through tubes in a fired heater, which can cause damage to the tubes, release of material, and a fire in the firebox. And that is going to have its set of safety consequences and risk ranking. And you'll see in this example study that you can also have multiple consequences